brake sounds so bad. I hate it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and the RC390 project. As you can see, I undid everything that I did in the previous video. I'll link that up above if you haven't checked that out. Slapped the fairings back on, got it all street legal-ish. It still doesn't have front turn signals. But yeah, went and took it for a rip and wanted to get to the bottom of the coolant issue. I also wanted to just kind of get my, thoughts about the bike overall. I haven't really ridden it much. But yeah, let's check that out. I just took it through a little canyon right by my house and it was a blast. I haven't had so much fun on the street since I was like 16.
I love how much noise this bike makes. It is probably so annoying for my neighbors. So we're just going to do a little canyon run, see how the bike feels. It's kind of the first time I've really ridden it, other than just kind of around the block. Ooh, brake's already kind of making some noise. See if this light changes for us. So this is my first time motovlogging and taking the KTM out, so new experiences all around. So far the bike feels pretty good, nice and torquey. It loves to just be wrung out. It doesn't like to lug. So pretty much at the top of the range in whatever gear you're in. Jumping off the line, it feels pretty great. Love just banging through the gears. It is loud as hell with this Yoshi pipe. I can barely hear myself think, and yeah, I might have to change that. I don't know how loud it is, but it might be too loud for the track. I've noticed that the front brake is a little squeaky, so we're gonna have to take a look at that. Probably some new pads. I think the previous owner did take it on a track day, so I don't know if he just like throttled it. The bike feels really light, super nimble. I'm not really confident in the suspension. It does feel really soft. I mean, that might just be me getting used to the bike. I am sitting pretty far forward on it. Flip a U at the end of the canyon and come around. Hopefully I don't get stuck behind somebody. Yeah, bike's definitely flickable. It's going to be a lot of fun at the track. And it doesn't seem to be getting too hot, which is good to note. I was kind of worried that as soon as I got out and started ripping on it a little bit, it would just start overheating. The jury's still out on whether or not the head gasket's bad. Yeah, everything is closed. Yeah, the canyon might not have been the best idea. Looks like everybody's going for a little drive today. Getting out of the house. One of the other complaints I have about this bike is the squishy turn signal feel. Oh, we're lugging. We're lugging in fourth. Come on, we gotta go faster than this. So yeah, the turn signals. It's super squishy to feel what's going on with that button. Like, I can't tell if I've actually hit the button or if I'm just, like, canceling it. Canceling it's the worst, because it feels like mush. Like, I know these are switchbacks, but you don't have to be going 15 miles an hour. Yep, bike does not love being lugged. At all. So maybe we'll turn around up ahead. We'll see how the U-turn goes. I haven't done a U-turn on a bike in forever. Shit. I think this light skipped me. I haven't ridden on the street in forever, and I feel like that's one of the biggest annoyances is trying to catch a break with the lights. Do that. pull it behind this guy. Wow, that fan is loud. It's pretty agile. Wasn't the best U-turn I've ever done, but it wasn't bad. I don't want to set any more lights. Yeah, I'm having a blast on this bike. It's nimble. It's not super fast, but it's quick. Likes to jump off the line. It's kind of torquey. Oh yeah, riding into the sun now. Kind of forgot about that part. Oh. Yeah, so the suspension. Let me talk about the suspension for a second. The front feels like a pogo stick, and the rear feels like it has absolutely no travel. So anytime I hit something on the rear, I bounce like crazy. Although the ergos are comfortable, like throwing a knee out, not like I'm going to drag knees in jeans. Feels pretty good. Bike overall feels stable. It's just that when I'm leaned over pretty much at all, the front end just starts pogoing. Let's see. Yeah, it's just kind of washy. I don't have any confidence in it. I think that's the biggest thing, is there's just no confidence. I do want to do some upgrades. I want to do maybe an Öhlins in the rear. Seems to be the most cost-effective solution other than getting an R6 spring and working that in there, but honestly I'd rather just go with something that kind of works out of the box. So it's kind of iffy if you pick up a shock on eBay and have it rebuilt, and you got to get it resprung, and by that time it's like, man, I wish I just bought an Öhlins kit. I've seen a couple for like $600, which is not that bad. The fronts, I'll probably end up doing the Race Tech springs. I'd love to do some inserts or something, but I mean, honestly, probably don't need it. I just think they need to be stiffened up a little bit. I weigh about 200 pounds, well, 190 and then all my gear, so a little heavier than the average rider, I think. I'm also 6'3", so, and surprisingly, this bike is pretty comfortable. You can sit pretty far back in the seat. I mean, I'm like up on the tank, but I've been riding my KX a lot, so that's probably why I'm all up on the tank. Even with this like super sport tail, it's still pretty comfortable. I've been riding for, I don't know, let's call it 15-20 minutes. I am getting a little numb in the hands. And I'm not sure if it's from the vibration or the angle, since I have the stock triple and the clip-ons below it. So it does lower the bars a little bit. There are a lot of cars out here. This was a terrible idea to come back to a Like, nah. I mean, it's the most fun, but realistically, it's not going to be too much fun today with so many people. Yeah, this bike, this is like one of the most fun bikes I've ever had on the street. I don't know, it's making me smile. I got a big ass smile on my face, and I'm just loving it. I'm going 35 miles an hour, and I've got the biggest, stupidest grin on my face. I'd say it's a great success. Absolutely cannot wait to get this out on a track. I think it'll be a ton of fun. It'll be a nice upgrade from like the KX65. Alright, looks like the Beamer's gonna get crack on a little bit here. much fun. I have the biggest, stupidest grin on right now. That was a lovely ride. I really hope it's not a head gasket because I just want to keep taking this bike out. It's wonderful. You could just wail on this thing and you're really not going that fast. It feels like you're flying. I look down, I'm going 60. Like, alright. The last bike I rode a great amount on the street was an R6. And if I had done a pull like that, I would have been doing like 110 easily. So it is really nice to just be able to wring out this bike's little neck. Clutch on downshift is amazing. Slipper clutches. I guess I've never ridden with a slipper clutch. It's probably part of it. The brake sounds so bad. I hate it.
So there we have it. She's a little ripper. But on the ride, when I got back here, I let it cool down. I checked the coolant, which the level I had previously marked with a paint pen here is now down here. So it is still eating coolant. And when I looked at the sight glass, it's all fogged up. So I ordered some oil. We're going to drop out all the oil that's in the engine, take a look at it. We already kind of know that we have a head gasket issue, so got to start disassembling everything. Also want to check the front brakes because it was squealing like crazy on the ride. And we'll get down to business. Hopefully it's just skimming the head, new gasket, slap it all back together, which I know is a complete pain on this bike because we have to drop the engine. So yeah, that's what's going on in the future. Thanks for hanging out with me in the garage and on the streets, and I'll see you on the next one.